Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. Today I am joined with my good friend Lachlan.
Hello.
And today we're going to be talking about the F2 and F1 races in Bahrain. Obviously this is the first race for both of these categories, and it obviously just finished today. So we're first going to start with F2, and we're going to be talking about the qualifying results the qualifying results for F2. And Guang Yu Zhou also got pole position along with Christian Lundgaard, Felipe Drugovich, the top three.
Yep.
Don't really have a lot to say. Just Schwartzman definitely didn't really perform that well. Came 11th in qualifying.
Yeah, I was about to mention that P11 in qualifying, like for the person that was looking like they were going to win the title halfway through last season, not that good, you know.
Yeah, it's not really great for them. Well, Oscar Piastri did qualify 7th place, which is really
very good
for
for a rookie.
Yeah, really good. If we keep going, there's our favorite driver, Alessio Delata, obviously down in 21st place, 4 seconds off the pace.
It's only because Vip's got that penalty
Yeah.
that he is not starting last.
I can't really remember what was the penalty. I think it was like for underweight. I think if I remember correctly, I may be wrong. But he did obviously get the penalty. We first start off with the first sprint race, which was won by rookie Liam Lawson in the High-Tech Grand Prix. Then it was Jihan Daruvula and David Beckman rounding out the podium. Just want to say, great job, Beckman. Like Beckman and Lawson, their first race in F2.
Yeah.
That was a great job by them.
Yeah, very good.
Great job also by Schwartzman as well. Now, like, coming from 4th place.
Yeah, really climbing up that ladder.
Yeah, Yuri Vips in 10th. That was really good by him. Dan Ticktum and Guillermo, whatever you say his name, Samia. They both got, I think, 5-second time penalties, if I remember correctly.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, so Ticktum by a racing incident. Oh, I can't remember who it was from. I think it was. I can't remember actually. I think. I can't remember, but it's alright. For someone. And then Samaya, I think it was a safety car or virtual safety car.
Yeah, it was a safety car.
Which was not really great.
Yeah.
Obviously, drivers who were out, just want to cast our minds definitely to Tia Porcher, who was doing so well, but just didn't really work out for him. I think he just had a what was it? I think it was a engine failure, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So it was really painful because obviously I was watching it. It was really painful for him just to be slowing down the S's and just him parking it up because he was in the podium as well. So that was really so that sucks for Chair. I think other drivers as well. Marcus Armstrong, I think, also had an engine failure. Ralph Boschung also had an engine failure, and Richard Verschoor, I think, was the car who got hit by Dan Ticktum, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
So not really great for those drivers. We then now move on to race 2, and that was won by Oscar Piastri, with Christian Lundgaard 2nd, Guan Yu Zhou 3rd. So,
a Alpine Driver Academy podium.
Yeah, Lundgaard was fucking great. I just wanted to say in
the last lap of this race was insane. Like it started out with Guan Yu Zhou leading, and then Piastri and Lundgaard just sent it. Yeah. Great.
Tia Porcher gets first points from the season, including Richard Verschoor. Marina Sartre gets his first points as well, including Matteo Nannini. Other drivers as well. Dan Ticktum and Robert Schwartzman both retire. I think on the first lap. I think there was an incident. I haven't watched the highlights for this, but I think there was just an incident there. Liram Zendelli, Liam Lawson, and our favorite driver, Alessio Delata, obviously are DNF'd.
Yep.
That's really it. Just great job by Oscar Piastri, obviously winning that race as a rookie, which is obviously great as well. Liam Lawson also did it as well. So great job by the rookies.
Yeah.
We then now move on to the third and final race, which is the feature race, and that was won by, if I can click on it, Guan Yu Zhou.
Unusual.
Dan Ticktem and Liam Lawson round out the podium.
This,
This was very interesting.
yeah,
Drivers who are out. Gianna, what is his name? Gianluca Petkov, Alessio Deleta, and Rory Nasani all retired, including Oscar Piastri as well, if I remember correctly. He was just
yeah,
a couple laps short of it,
yeah.
which wasn't really great. So we're now gonna class our minds down to the standings, and currently in the lead it is Guan Yu Zhou with Liam Lawson, Jehan Deruvula, Oscar Piastri, Dan Ticktum, Richard Verschoor, Christian Lundgaard, Robert Schwartzman, David Beckman, and Marcus Armstrong rounding out the top 10.
You see, it's very interesting because it's very rare early on in competition such as Formula 2, where it's such a tight competitive field. It's very rare that you see after the first round, like Guan Yu Zhou is leading by 11 points.
Yeah, 11
Um,
over Lawson.
yeah, and you know we've had 3 races, we've had 3 different winners. 2 of them rookies. So this is going to be a cracking season, I reckon.
Yeah, it's going to be a really good season in F2, possibly the most competitive as it was last season, with a lot of young talent coming up for F3, like Piastri, Verschoor, Porchera, Zanelli, Petkov as well. Well, not only Petkov, he's currently doing not that, he's doing pretty terribly. Delata as well, great driver. Joking. So, this gonna be a great season for F2. Now the next race will be at Monaco, in the 20th to the 22nd of May. So we have 2 months or a break for F2, and we're now gonna move our minds to F1. So we're first gonna start with qualifying, and Max Verstappen gets pole position with Lewis Hamilton second, Valtteri Bottas third.
Yep.
It's a pretty big surprise as well. Freaking Charles Leclerc in a Ferrari in fourth. Pierre Gasly in a AlphaTauri in fifth. Carlos Sainz in eighth as well. That was great by him. Fernando Alonso ninth. Sergio Perez in 11th place.
Yes. Now, when qualifying finished, or when Q2 finished and Sergio Perez was knocked out, I instantly thought, wow, that second Red Bull seat really is cursed.
Yeah.
Like, how?
It was cursed until the race.
Yeah.
I think qualifying was really, really bad for the second Red Bull seat.
And I think also another thing we learned from qualifying, Haas are the new Williams, so it seems.
Yeah, it definitely does look like it. Russell did sneak his way into Q2 after beating out Esteban Ocon. Sebastian Vettel also down in 18th.
Now, Esteban and Vettel, I reckon they were very annoyed after that qualifying session because of that MazasBin spin that ruined the Ocon and Vettel's hot laps.
Oh yeah, true.
So, knocked out by something that is very much out of their control. They were just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It does.
Have been very.
It does. And then they will meet again in the race. But we'll talk about that later. I just want to also give a pretty big shout out also to Antonio Giovinazzi in 12th place in an Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, I feel like
great job.
Yeah, the Alfa Romeos and the Ferraris have really crawled back some pace. Like obviously the Ferraris, as you said before, P4 and P8, really good qualifying considering the year they had last year. Same with the Alfa Romeos. Like going into this race, I doubt that they were gonna. They were maybe thought, oh yeah, we might get one car into Q2 if things go our way. I doubt they thought that they would get into Q2 for both cars. and they got into Q2 very comfortably as well. Like,
Yeah, they really did. It's pretty good to see that Alfa Romeo is a little better as they were last season. Obviously, also
yeah,
because of I think of the new upgraded Ferrari engine,
yeah.
if I remember correctly.
Ferrari have been going on about how um, they've, oh yeah, we've clawed back energy, well, not energy, power through the engine, and I was skeptical of that, but now
It's true.
obviously not as much.
Yeah. He's also note as well, Vettel was penalized 5 places for failing to respect double yellow flags during qualifying.
Yes,
So it was just a penalty, I think, for
not
Mazasbin spin.
yeah, not the start of the year that Sebastian Vettel was hoping for. Like
Yeah.
it's a new team, a team that last year they were constantly fighting for podiums, doing well in qualifying. Testing was rough,
Yeah.
and
Very rough.
qualifying was rough.
Yeah.
And yeah, not definitely not the start of the year that he wanted. It reminds me of last year at Ferrari, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, it does. So that's enough for qualifying. We now go into the race, and lo and behold, Sir Lewis Hamilton gets the win. Max Verstappen second. Valtteri Bottas third. Obviously, a Hamverbot podium. Quick shout outs as well. Lando Norris at fourth. Driver day obviously went to Sergio Perez after coming down from the pit lane after just almost breaking his car in the formation lap. Coming back up
Yeah,
to
his
finish
car
fifth.
stalled during the formation lap.
Yeah, coming up fifth is a great performance by him. Yuki
Yeah.
Tsunoda gets his first points for the season. Raikkonen and Giovinazzi did really well in Alfa Romeo in 11th and 12th. Poor Sebastian
Um.
Vettel down in
Yeah.
15th. DNF drivers Pierre Gasly, Nicholas Latifi, Fernando Alonso, and Nikita Spin MazasBin.
MazasBin.
Yeah. Bottas obviously earned an additional point for setting fastest lap, and Vettel received a 10-second time penalty for causing a collision with Ocon, which is
Yeah.
very ironic as they were both out of Q3.
Yeah.
But
One thing that
here
I
you go, you go.
would like to say,
Yeah.
everyone who I've sort of been seeing, they've all been going, Hamilton won, it's the same as last year.
No, not really.
It's not the same as last year because Verstappen was only 7 tenths behind Lewis.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
It was a close race. Hamilton actually had to race.
Yeah, except for just cruising.
Yeah.
The
So it's sort of the same as last year in that Hamilton is winning. Maybe even not that. It's only the first race. Who bloody knows?
Yeah, like maybe I don't know, like fucking George Russell wins the next race in Imola. It's not gonna happen, but just imagine if that actually really did happen. That'd be fucking crazy. So obviously, it definitely looks like Mercedes have crawled back a bit. Red Bull has definitely crawled forward by just the
Mm,
performance from their two cars, and Perez getting up to fucking fifth place is astonishing. Um,
yeah.
I'm just like obviously very disappointed on Sebastian Vettel because you look at his teammate Lance, who's up in 10th place with just 1 point. Vettel's down in
Yeah.
15th, and I feel like I haven't watched the highlights, but I feel like he was always in the 10th, or sorry, the 12th through 9th region, and then he just fall back down to 15th when he had the collision with Ocon. Not really
Yeah.
great for Vettel. If it's another 2020, then a lot of Vettel fans, this is just make sure that that everything is all together because it is not
Yeah.
really looking too great for him.
And you know who else I sort of feel bad for?
Is it Alonso?
More Pierre Gasly.
True, yeah, he did DNF.
He
Yeah.
qualifies P5. Like, He's a damn good driver. He was really unlucky to have his nose just taken off by, I think it was Ricardo in the after the safety car restart.
Alright.
Yeah, so
That's not.
he does all he can, but it's just not an end. Yeah, it's
It was just
not
a
good,
racing.
is it?
Yeah. Well, it's just a racing incident.
Yeah, it is a racing incident, but you know,
It's just unlucky for Gasly. Ricardo obviously got 7th. Leclerc and Sainz, both in Ferraris, in 6th and 8th.
yeah,
This is definitely a resurgence for Ferrari.
yeah,
They're definitely now going to be in a midfield fight.
yep.
But yeah, so we're gonna now cast our minds to the driver standings. Obviously, the standings are actually the same, so I can't really be bothered to really go through that. Let's just talk about the constructors for a second. So Mercedes with 41 points, Red Bull with them with 28 points. Is it going to be now? My question is it going to be the same? Is it just going to be a Mercedes Red Bull top two with the midfield all scrapping for their own points? And how far do you think Red Bull and Mercedes' points are going to be at the end of the season?
I think it's going to be Mercedes 1, Red Bull 2, and yeah, the midfield are just going to be left to scrap out for whatever's left.
Yeah, because
Then
McLaren
obviously
is
there's going to
in the lead of it.
McLaren are currently
Yeah,
third.
yeah, with 18 points to their name.
And then like
Ferrari are 12.
obviously you're also going to have the backmarker teams, which are Haas, Williams, maybe Alfa Romeo. Like they showed that they had paced this race, but will they
Maybe
have paced at
Alpine.
every race?
Maybe Alpine, though.
Maybe Alpine. Like
Yes, Alpine. Jesus.
I don't want to go down this road.
But it definitely looks like that Mercedes and Red Bull are definitely going to be top two. Then
Yeah,
it's going to be very close between McLaren and Ferrari. In my opinion, I think AlphaTauri and Aston Martin and maybe Alfa Romeo will scrap it out. Alpine is probably going to be in no man's land. Then Williams and Haas, they're just going to be the battle of who's not going to finish last. Because
yeah.
they're like two drivers from those teams are really good, Schumacher and Russell. They just have two paid drivers in both of those
Yeah.
teams of Latifi and MazasBin.
I
But
do feel like Latifi has somewhat improved.
yeah,
Like
he's definitely improved like a tiny amount.
he he DNF'd from this race. Like sure he wasn't doing well, but you know a mechanical failure is a mechanical failure.
Yeah,
Like in qualifies ahead of Vettel. Like yeah, as we said, obviously Vettel ran into problems, but you got to sort of avoid the trouble.
yeah.
So
We just have to see how we just really need to have a look at if Latifi has definitely improved by I'm just getting to halfway of the season. So with Bahrain now out of the way, in 16th to 18th of April, we're going to be having Imola now back in the in the schedule. Obviously, I think the former winner was Hamilton, and then it was Verstappen, then it was Ricardo, if I remember correctly.
yes, it was.
Yeah. So that was the top three. What is your predictions of the weekend?
I I really don't know because after this race, it's very hard to tell what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I reckon it could go either way. Uh, it could be a Mercedes win. It could be a Red Bull win. I reckon there are a whole bunch of drivers that, if things went their way, they would get onto the podium. Like mainly the McLarens. I reckon
I think the
one of
McLaren.
them.
I think the McLaren will
Yeah,
definitely, definitely
I reckon,
command points of it.
yeah,
Like
I
McLaren,
reckon,
very
yeah,
close.
McLaren will definitely have a chance at um a podium. I reckon.
Yeah, they're going to be very. Yeah, they're definitely contenders for getting a podium. I'll be honest,
Yeah.
definitely. So I guess that's really it. So next race will be Imola. Only for F1, not for F2 or F3. F3 I think will be starting. Where will they be starting? Because I have no clue. I need to actually have a look. I think it is Barcelona. So Barcelona will be um um, their first race. Their testing has been revealed for F3 and in April 3rd through 4th. It'll be Austria. In Barcelona, Spain, it will be the 21st and 22nd of April. And then in Jerez, it will be the 12th to the 13th of May. Which is, I don't know why you would go to Jerez, but there's Jerez for you there in F3. So, that's it for us now. Now, will we be obviously reviewing the Imola race, only for qualifying and race, or even maybe practice if there's like a little super thing there, um, for Imola. And until then, goodbye.
So yeah.